Warning, this video contains flashing images. Welcome to one of the most infamous haunted houses in the world, the Conjuring House, a place where legends of the paranormal intertwine with real-life terror. From spine-chilling encounters to blockbuster movies that defined modern horror. This is the story of the Conjuring House. Today we are diving deep into the real history behind the Perron family, the terrifying paranormal events they faced, and how this story spawned one of the most successful horror movie franchises of all time. So turn the lights low and prepare to uncover the chilling truth about the Conjuring House. Our story begins in 1971 in the small, peaceful town of Harrisville, Rhode Island. The house, known as the Arnold Estate, was a quiet farmhouse built in 1936. Spanning over 8 acres of land, it had witnessed nearly 300 years of history and, according to some, an equal amount of tragedy. That year, the Perron family, consisting of Roger and Caroline Perron, along with their 5 daughters, moved into the farmhouse, hoping to start a new chapter. What they found instead was a series of events that would change their lives forever. It all started innocently enough. The girls began noticing strange occurrences. Objects moved on their own. Doors creaked open. The footsteps echoed through the empty hallways. But soon the friendly curiosity turned into something far more sinister. One of the spirits that tormented the Perrons was believed to be Bathsheba Sherman, a woman who lived on the property in the 1800s. Local legend claimed Bathsheba was a witch, involved in dark rituals, and even accused of sacrificing an infant. Though never convicted, her name became synonymous with evil. Other spirits were believed to haunt the house as well. The Perrons recounted seeing a young girl who would silently watch them on the corners of the room. A male ghost who smelled of tobacco, and even a weeping woman dressed in old-fashioned clothes. While some spirits seemed harmless, others clearly wanted the Perrons gone. For 10 long years, the Perron family endured these hauntings, refusing to abandon their home despite the danger. Eventually, they turned to paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren for help.
Well, we bought the house in December of 1970, but my mother refused to move at Christmas. Imagine that. So we moved in the first week of January 1971 in the middle of a snowstorm, swirling ice storm. Mm-hmm. And my dad, it was a whole caravan and it was chaos, of course, moving days tend to be. But my dad handed me a large box off the back of the truck and said, "Take this to your mother in the kitchen." So I went through the parlor door and I had to walk the entire length of the house to get to the kitchen and the pantry, and it was more than 110 feet long. Mm-hmm. So I walked into the dining room and I saw an oddly dressed man in the corner of the dining room, and I greeted him because I was a polite child. I said, "Good morning," and he didn't respond to me. His focus was entirely on the elder gentleman who was moving out of the house, who had sold it to us. And so I kept going, and I walked in the kitchen and said, "Mom, who's that other man with Mr. Kenyon in the dining room?" She said, "There is no other man in the dining room." And then Nancy came in, Christine came in, Cindy came in, and the last sister came in and said, "That man in the dining room just disappeared."
As I grew up, I had access to an 80,000 volume library. And I read from that library extensively about religion, all the religions of the world. And I was really an atheist at that point when we moved to the farm. But things began to happen in the house. The house was straight out of the 30s or 40s. It had linoleum on the floor. There was no modern conveniences. The house was 110 feet long, and just walking it back and forth, walking the length of the house, unpacking and getting the children settled. My muscles of my legs started to hurt, and that was the beginning of the pain. I met one of the neighbors, and she said to me, "You know, when the Kenyans lived here. They left the lights burning in the house all the time, all day long, all night long. And I thought that was kind of strange. But that was clarified for us by Mr. Kenyon. He said, for the sake of the children, you should leave lights on at night. We started to absorb the karma of the house almost as through osmosis. We would hear the mournful, pitiful, sad weeping of children in the house. Lorraine came. She was very sweet. She was very gentle with the children, but she started to issue warnings to me. I told her about some of the things that had happened. I woke to the smell of smoke in my bedroom. And then there was Bathsheba. This is when she put the curse on me. What she said at the last of it is, next time we meet, ye too be dead. In that house, we had much happiness and many happy times together, but we had horrible things happen too. Logic tells you that something that is immaterial, that is a shadow, that's a mist, that's a wind that passes by you and lifts your hair, cannot really hurt you. I still feel threatened. I feel threatened.
Ed and Lorraine Warren were among the most well-known paranormal investigators of the 20th century. Ed, a self-taught demonologist, and Lorraine, a clairvoyant medium, dedicated their lives to investigating hauntings across the country.
In the name of Jesus Christ and the blood of Christ, I command you to reveal your identity. Give me some sign. Is that you moving something? Give me some sign that you're here. Good. Do you want this family to stay here in this house? I command you in the name of Jesus Christ to reveal your identity. In the name of Jesus Christ and the blood of Christ, I command you to reveal your identity in some way. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to reveal your identity.
When the Warrens entered the Perron's home, they immediately sensed something dark and oppressive. Lorraine would later describe the house as a portal to hell, and their investigation revealed a disturbing truth.
When you walk in a house that evil, you know that that house really had very, 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 very bad vibe. I knew the house was haunted. All I had to do was walk in it. We just had to find the source. We wanted to get deeper into this case, yes. We definitely we went up there so many times to try to find the help, to really try to find it for them. But it was very sad.
During one of the seances held to communicate with the spirits, Caroline Perron allegedly became possessed. Her family described her voice and body changing in terrifying ways. The Warrens believed that Bathsheba's spirit had latched onto Caroline and was attempting to drive her and her family out of the house. While the Warrens documented their experiences, the case remains controversial. Skeptics argue that many events were exaggerated or even fabricated. But for those who lived through it, the terror was all too real.
It was a true story. It was a real story, and I think it was important to be told.
Perron family's story remained mostly quiet until 2013, when filmmaker James Wan brought their nightmare to life on the big screen. The movie The Conjuring dramatised the events the Perrons experienced, with actors Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson portraying Ed and Lorraine Warren. The film was an instant success, terrifying audiences worldwide and grossing over $300 million. The film's success wasn't just due to its scares. It was praised for its attention to detail, compelling storytelling, and its focus on the Warrens as a complex, relatable characters. The success of The Conjuring launched an entire cinematic universe. Films like Annabelle, The Nun, and The Conjuring 2 explored other cases investigated by the Warrens, solidifying their legacy as pioneers of paranormal storytelling. While the movies take creative liberties, they remain rooted in the Warrens' real investigations, blending fact with horror fiction. Each film builds on the eerie atmosphere and moral dilemmas that defined the Warrens' career. Today, the Conjuring House has become a destination for paranormal enthusiasts and ghost hunters. Current owners have opened its doors for tours, overnight stays, and live stream investigations, where visitors have reported explaining sounds, apparitions, and chilling encounters. Modern paranormal teams have used advanced equipment like thermal imaging cameras, spirit boxes, and EMF meters to explore the house. Many claim to have captured voices, shadows, and unexplainable anomalies. However, skeptics remain unconvinced, attributing the phenomenon to overactive imaginations and the power of suggestion. The question remains, is the Conjuring House truly haunted? Or are the events we've explored their product of imagination and fear? Whatever you believe, its story continues to captivate and terrify generations.
Oh yeah. Check it out, children. You can use this mag light to communicate with us. I don't know why he smelled it like that. With this light, you'll be able to tell us, simple yes or no questions. This light will, turn on randomly, I will admit that. However, it will also turn on if you tap it. And therefore, we could maybe garner intelligent responses from it. Did someone just open a door?
Sure sounded like it.
Someone just opened a door somewhere in this house.
You'll have to go check that out.
Me? And not you?
Well, I'm getting the mag light ready.
Fuck. Hello? Who's there?
Good luck.
Who just opened the door down here? Guys? The front door's open. Completely wide open.
Is that scary? Does that not sit well with you?
You're fucking kidding me. As is the basement door. Oh my god, the hair on my fucking neck is standing up. Who's here? Jesus Christ, fucking scared the shit out of me.
Oh my god, dude. No way.
I have a hard time wrapping my mind around the whole thing. It's just so personal. It's a lot.
The Conjuring House is more than just a scary story. It's a piece of history steeped in mystery and tragedy. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, there's no denying the impact this house has had on pop culture, paranormal investigations, and horror cinema. What are my thoughts on the story? Let us think. I think it's quite a spooky story, isn't it? The thing is it real or is it fake? I'm kind of leaning towards it being fake, to tell you the truth. You know what? It's made a lot of money in the cinema, all these movies. It's made a franchise. It's kind of blown up there, hasn't it? It's made a franchise, it's made a lot of money. So yeah, there's kind of an incentive to sell their story to movie studios who can make a lot of money from it, and the family can make a lot of money from it as well. And also, I think there's a couple of the family that have written books about the experiences as well. So they're kind of cashing in a little bit on the trouble that went on in the house. So yeah, for me, I'm kind of leaning towards fake because there's really not much evidence that any of this actually happened. And sad to say that Ed and Lorraine Warren I've got my big doubts on them as well. I believe they're frauds, I believe they're fakers, I believe they're charlatans, as we say here in the UK. I believe they're at it just for the money, just for the fame. Sad to say they're no longer here though, so they can't really defend themselves, can they? But yeah, for me, the Conjuring House. Yeah, it's a load of baloney, isn't it? There's not been any evidence there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked, why not comment, like and subscribe to my channel, my friends. Thank you very much, and until the next video, I shall catch you later. Have a good one. Skye later, guys and girls. Skye later. Thank you everybody for watching my video, very much appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. I do apologise, there was a few sound issues on the recording, but hopefully I will get better in the next video. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, why not like, comment and subscribe to my channel, my friends. Every little helps. Here are some other videos that might pique your interest. Until next time, I shall scare you later.